On today's episode of Fatty's Feast, we will be answering the age-old question of what method for cooking ribs is the best. Let's get started. Welcome in everyone, hope you're having a splendid day. My name is Josh, I'm glad to have you here on today's episode of Fatty's Feast. It's Thanksgiving Day. I'm not making a turkey, and obviously this video is coming out after Thanksgiving. So I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving holiday. Now we get to look forward to the worst holiday ever, which is Christmas, where you get to buy people gifts. I'm gonna save a lot of money this year. But today, like I said, we're answering the age-old question, what is the best way to cook ribs? Now there's tons of different methods out there. If you look online, everyone has their own seasonings and their own methods and yada, yada, yada. But I'm going to be testing the three most popular methods. And to do this, I have 3 racks of St. Louis spare ribs that I got at Costco. They've been in my freezer for some time. They're all thawed, and we're gonna get it started now. Now, like I said, the 3 methods we're gonna be using are what I feel are the most popular methods, coupled with a method that I enjoy using. The first method is probably the most well-known method, but the most controversial. If you look online, you'll see this method everywhere. It's the 3-2-1 method. Now, if you're new to smoking, you probably have no idea what the 3 numbers mean. So let me explain it for you. The 3 means 3 hours uncovered, 2 hours covered in foil, and then an additional hour uncovered. Now, this is probably the most popular method that people will find online, but it has its limitations because a lot of times, depending on what you do, they come out overcooked or just soggy or whatever. So I have never tried this method. I'm going to try it today. I'm very curious what's going to happen. I'm just not a fan from what I've seen. So I've never tried it. We'll see how it goes. The second method is the Aaron Franklin method. This is the 3-3 method. I've done a video on this. I'll post a link here and in the description so you can check that out. The 3-3 method means 3 hours uncovered and 3 hours covered in foil. Now, like I just said, the 3-2-1 method makes your ribs overcooked. So that's sort of weird that you would say, oh, the 3-3 method wouldn't make them overcooked because they're in foil for 3 hours. That's a long time. But he swears by this, and the interesting part is he actually sauces his ribs before throwing them in foil. So gives it a little different feel, I guess. I don't know. And the number 1 method we're trying, which is my favorite method, is a 4 half, something like that. It was actually brought to attention by Mad Scientist Barbecue. If you've never checked out his channel, please do, especially if you're into barbecue. It's a great channel. But I've tried this method before. I've always had great luck with it. Basically, in this method, you're having them uncovered and cooking for 4 hours, which is a long time to absorb that smoke flavor. And then you're covering them for half hour, 45 minutes or so, just to really get them tender and finish that cooking process, and then you sauce them and throw them back on for an additional half hour to 45 minutes or so. And it's really all about feel with this method, which is why I like it. There's no like set numbers. So you really go based off what you think the ribs are doing, and you can customize it to your liking. Now, because this is an experiment, we have to keep everything the same. So I'm going to take these ribs out of the package. I'm going to look and cut off any kind of weird stuff I might see. If I'm not going to really, hack them down or anything, but cut off any weird parts. I'm then going to score the membrane. Most people like to take the membrane off. I just score it. It renders the same results in my opinion, and it's way less effort. I'm then going to use my typical mustard binder. And for those worried about if you taste the mustard afterwards, you don't. It's fine. Just use it. It lets the seasoning adhere to the meat pretty well. I'm then going to season with my 50-50 salt and pepper mixture, and then we'll bring them over to the smoker. This is what they look like. All 3 of them very evenly seasoned, all the same. And I have the other one on the table over there because I can only fit 2 on this tray. Now this one here is the biggest one, so I'm going to put this here. This one can go back here. And this one is probably the thickest out of the 3. But this one will go here. We're just going to make sure these are evenly spaced out, just like so. And those look great. Put a little space in between them so they can get that smoke up above. Looks good, just like that. And we will shut it down. Now I'm gonna let these ribs go for 3 hours, and we're gonna be looking for a temp about 225 to 250, somewhere in that range. We're just cooking them low just to get that smoke flavor absorbed into the meat, and then we'll come back and check on them. I might rotate them just to ensure even heating. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what they do during the process, and I will spray them if they look like they need a little bit of a spritz. Other than that, I'm just going to leave them there like that, and I will be putting in a water pan as well. Let's come back in 3 hours and see what these ribs are doing. All right, everyone, we are just over 3 hours in, and we are going to wrap 2 of these racks of ribs. They look so good. Let's check out what we're working with. But first, Bush. Oh my God, that's cold. Shout out to You Betcha. Love you guys. Oh my God, look at that. Nice red color. These look so good. We're already getting some pullback too on these ribs over here, but temperatures have been very even. It's been very nice controlling them today. So I think I'm gonna wrap these 2 racks, this one and this one. We'll keep this one here in the center. I'm actually gonna flip it, I think. So let's get a piece of foil laid out. Actually, let me do 2 pieces of foil. Oh, Jesus, there we go. Now, I have not sprayed any of these yet, but I'm gonna spray a good amount on the foil. This is 50-50 water, apple cider vinegar. This is one, lay it down. I'll spray the back side as well. So this one here is going to be the 3-2-1. So we'll put this like so. Looks good. Very tender already. Put this back on. Spray our next piece of foil. And this one here is going to be the Aaron Franklin 3-3. So I'm going to put a little bit of 50-50 barbecue sauce and apple cider vinegar onto the foil. I'm just going to spread it out like so. This is just Sweet Baby Ray's spicy, I think it was, that I got. Just making sure this is all in here. Looks good. And now we can lay this one out like that. Got some fat render going on, looks good. And then I'll pour the rest of this barbecue sauce right on top. I guess I should have laid the other one out the same way I did this one, but it shouldn't affect it too much. I'm just gonna spread it out a little bit. Doesn't need to be extremely pretty, but this is what we got going on. Oh, it looks so good. They smell as delicious as well. And now we can wrap this one up, being careful not to puncture anything. There we go. And then this one also can go back on. So just for reference, this one back here is our 3-2-1. This one's going to be the Aaron Franklin 3-3. And obviously this one in the middle, we're keeping uncovered for about another hour. Like I said, the fire has been very easy to maintain this cook. I can't wait to cut this baffle plate out, which I'm going to be making a video on shortly. When I do that, I will post a link, but everything's been working out very well. It's actually a nice temperature outside, so I'm actually going to bump these temps up. I'm going to try to shoot between like 275 and 300, really, to get this cooking process underway now that all the smoke flavor has been absorbed. And we'll see if we can get some pullback on the ones in the middle. And then in an hour, we'll come back and check out what we're doing. We'll wrap the one in the middle, and then we will figure out what else we're going to do, sauce and all that good stuff. So I'll see you in a little bit. All right, so I just fucked up. I thought I had my camera on record, but I did not. I just wrapped the other ribs, the 4, 1.5, whatever. So this sucks. Let me just show you what they look like, because they look pretty good. Now I wrap these the same exact way as the other ribs, so nothing out of the ordinary, but let's take a closer look. Do have that pullback here. The temps have been boosted. They look really good. Sprayed the bottom of the foil with apple cider vinegar, and then the top of the ribs with apple cider vinegar as well. That's extremely embarrassing. I'm sorry about that. But basically, I should tell you, I did take the other ribs back here, the ones in the back, the 3-2-1s, and I did flip them. So the bottom was actually on the grate because I wanted everything to cook equally. I didn't wrap the other ones like that. So I wanted to make sure that everything was equal. We're keeping this experiment going in a good spot, and everything's the same. So we'll come back in another hour, let these settle, and keep the temps up about 275, 300. We'll be good to go. Let's check in a few. All right, welcome back. It's been another hour. We're gonna unwrap 2 of these racks of ribs. Let's see what they're looking like right now. All right, so this is the first rack. This is the 3-2-1 rack. Oh, the juices look great. Look at that. Whew, smells delicious. Got some nice pullback on here, looking good. And obviously, oh, they're so nice. Definitely done. So I'm not gonna leave them on for another hour, but I'm gonna sauce them and then we'll take it inside. How am I gonna do this? Let's do it this way. Give you a close-up, sort of, as close as I can get to the camera. And then here is the one we left unwrapped for the longest. Definitely better color on this one, as you can tell. Oh, these are so good. Fat render is delicious. Looks amazing. And a different odor coming off of these too, which is surprising. Let's throw these back on, just so you can see definitely a better color, definitely less juice. So I'm gonna take this, try to put it down as best I can. I probably made too much sauce, but it is what it is. We'll live. I'll try to get some up here, and I'm sorry if I'm blocking the camera. And these, once again, this is the 3-2-1 back here. I can't do this easily. This is, try to keep it in camera's view. Probably should have just used regular barbecue sauce on these, actually. And I've had this heating up on my little warmer thing. So while this sauce set in, we'll move these back. These definitely feel pretty much done. Close it up. I'm gonna let these go for about another 30 minutes or so, and then we'll take them off and we'll do our taste test. And remember, with ribs, you're trying to see if they're tender and they're not falling apart right off the bone, but they got that pliability to them, you know? So all of these are pretty much done. I'm gonna back this temp down as much as I can and just let that sauce sit in a little bit, and we'll be good to go. All right, everyone, we're in the kitchen. The ribs are done. Let's take a look before we do our blind taste test at what we have. So these right here are the 3-2-1. Very pliable, looks good, sauce set nicely. Back here we have my favorite way of cooking ribs, which is the 4.5 whatever. These are definitely the least pliable. And the thing is, these two actually have very equal color. So I'm very curious how these are gonna taste. And then over here we have the Aaron Franklin 3-in-3 method. These are definitely, have the most pullback, as you can see, but the least amount of color compared to these two. Okay, first I'm going to cut into the 3-2-1 ribs. I'm gonna look at the smoke ring that we have on each of them. Very nice smoke ring, as you can see. I'm gonna take a sample of 2. And then I have 3 different plates. So these are the 3-2-1. So I'm gonna put them on this plate after I cut this one in half. I'll throw this here. Next, let's take out our 4 half and half, right down the middle again. Ooh, these bones are a little weird. Really nice smoke ring on there, very thick. And I'll do right here for these. These are a pain in the butt. I gotta bring this over. Ooh, we got a hole in here somewhere. I'm just gonna leave these on the tinfoil because I can't pick it up. It's that hot still. So, the Aaron Franklin 3-3. Also, I mean, very good smoke ring on these as well. I'm sort of shocked. Thought it'd be a little less, but we'll take it from right here. This will be good. Oh God, yeah, these are, see how that's working out. All right, and to help me today, I have a very special guest I'd like to introduce you to.
Am I looking?
Hi, Mom. How are you?
Hi,
this
Josh.
is Fatty's mom. She decided to keep me company on Thanksgiving as I'm lonely and single. So, Mom, I'm gonna mix these up so you don't know. I mean, you haven't been sitting out there with me all day. Yeah, she has no clue what I'm doing. So, I know which one is the Aaron Franklin one, obviously, but we're gonna have her be our blind taste tester, and we're each gonna try them. But these are 3 ribs, cooked 3 different ways. I need your opinion on each of them. Can you do that?
Start?
Well, we can start with this one. I don't know. Some of these look completely similar, so I don't really know which one is which, but I'm curious what your opinion is going to be. So I do want to warn you, I did use pepper on these.
That's fine.
I hope you're okay with that. All right. So here, take this one, or do you want this one?
Yeah.
Right. What? Oh, what did they get? Oh, fight. Fight broke out on the football field. So just take one bite. Everybody knows the rules.
Okay.
Pretty good, right?
Good, yeah.
Not fall off the bone, but not chewy at all.
Right.
Right? Very good.
Very tender.
Here's the next one. I'm going to take... Okay. Definitely, I would say less of a smoke flavor.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. More tender than these, but as you can see here, this one fell off the bone very easily.
Right. Got it.
So, I don't know, between the 2 of them, which one do you like best? This one or this one? This one? Okay, so we're looking at this one over here. Whatever one this one is. I don't know which one it is, to be honest. Last but not least, these. Got it?
Best.
You think that one's the best?
Yeah. The flavor.
Well, yeah, I think there was definitely more barbecue sauce on that one. Do you want to compare it to this? This is bothering me because I already know the way I like to cook ribs, which one is my favorite. But
I'm gonna try this one again.
yeah, try that one again. Yeah, because I'm gonna be really upset if I pick the wrong one. It's really gonna bother me.
That was more tender.
This one's more tender,
Yeah.
and this one,
They're very similar, so this one's more tender as far as that
yeah.
goes.
Okay.
So I would go with that one.
Yeah? It's tough. It's very tough.
They're all good. That's the problem.
Yeah, this one's less tender. So we're calling this one the winner? Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know. Let's just put these over here. There we go, because I need to lift the plate up and see which one is the winner. The 455. Thank God. This is... I was thinking, because this is the 3-2-1. Right? Yeah, that's the 3-2-1. So this was actually pretty blind, minus the Aaron Franklin one, which fell off the bone, and I knew about that one. But this is, without a doubt, my favorite way to cook ribs. And what's honestly weird about the 3-2-1, the Aaron Franklin ribs are the most tender, but they don't have the smoke flavor. They don't have they just sort of taste watery, if that makes any sense. I think that these, they absorb so much smoke flavor, and they were more tender than the 3-2-1, which is weird considering the 3-2-1 were covered longer. Were covered longer than the ones I'd like to make. So shout out to Mad Scientist Barbecue. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do. I'll put a link here. But his method is definitely the best way, I think, for cooking ribs. I mean, they're so good. And like I said, it's so weird that these are so tender but delicious. I love it.
Thank you, Josh.
Oh my God. All right, well, we're going to go enjoy our Thanksgiving ribs. For all you that have watched till the end, thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. And as always, check out our other videos. I hope you found value in today's videos. I hope you know now that the way I cook ribs is the best way possible. Obviously, that's why I'm so famous. But until next time, stay safe, stay happy. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. I am trying to film.
I'm sorry.
And stay tubby.